Well, hello, everybody. Impromptu Sunday stream. After I did an impromptu Twitch Sunday stream. Yes, I am doing streaming overload today, so that I can dodge my responsibilities as an adult. And I'm always watching Phil anyways, so sure, I don't expect anything. So I put the lowest effort thumbnail possible. Hooray. Ah, yes. But yes, hello, Stillran, and Incorrect Beans, DN, hearts to all of you. Yeah, I really don't have any commentary at this second. I may attempt to play, grind a little bit in Stellar Blade, but no guarantees that I will accomplish anything. I'm trying to multitask too much today. Man. Stream layout overload. But yeah, I would like to grind out the beta skills so that I can just do super attacks all day. Sounds like fun to me. But yeah, I'm just waiting for Phil to be live. It's the Goose, re-streaming. Oh, sorry, it's muted. I know how to fix this. Oh, sorry, it's muted. Hey, why am I hearing myself? What the fuck? Hey, why am I hearing myself? What the fuck? Ah! Help! Yes, this is my measurement to, this is my, I can't do words today. Whoops. This is my anti-Phil, thing. It's my devious plan to get him to not watch the stream, yes. Okay, but really, why am I hearing myself? Watch the stream, yes. Hang on, I gotta find... Oh! Okay, I got a tab open of myself. That's great. For some reason, a lot of people liked my tweet of Phil, like, his blinking was out of sync yesterday. Where is the surprise? Where is it? Big picture? Nope. Whatever. Monitor? Okay, yeah, there we go. It's surprise full screen. This got a lot of likes and a few retweets. I am very proud. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Okay, that's it. My short-term memory has not remembered much about Phil. Yay! It's just one big hallucination when you chat about him. Oh, there he is. Okay. Hello again, D-Man. Yes, we got some super authentic super fans who came from the Twitch stream. Thank you for joining the random Twitch stream, to all of you. I guess I should do a shameless plug. Or shameful. If I could just... Okay, yeah, over there, okay. Just in case there's like 3 of you that don't know. There you go. It is a thing. My work schedule might be changing soon, but it's for a long time. The tradition has been Tuesdays and Thursdays. Alright. Oh shit, I didn't bring up the Goose Gimmicks tab. Let me fix that right away. Go away, Twitch. I don't need you anymore. I actually haven't seen a lot of clips about Crab Game from yesterday, and I did a lot of doom scrolling yesterday. I hate that shit. I gotta fix that habit. But I did watch a little bit of it yesterday, and that was really funny. Against the centaur crustacean with the bike lock. That was funny. Sorry, eating food. I'll chat again in a moment. Oh, hell yeah. If we watch Memology, that means the pre-stream will start immediately. I'll look it up real quick. You got crabbed. Holy crab. Such a funny phrase. Do I follow Memology's Phil channel? I don't. Wow. Wow. Memology 120. DSP. There we go. Oh, I am subscribed. Ugh. Pajit lied to me. Let me see real quick. I gotta sort all these goddamn windows. Where is... Okay, close out Steam. Stream announcement. I don't need Discord. Chill podcast. Alright, so I got Phil on the side. Oh, dude, the fucking music. The fucking music to this game was insane. I hate it so much.
I roll.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Alright, okay, Phil's slideshow is still running for me. And then I think I've got all the audio working. This is like the most involved layout I have. Even my Twitch stream isn't this complicated. Big picture, with the surprise full screen. There we go. It was great. Does it seem like this game's getting dropped now or after like one more stream?
I roll. You're full of shit.
Poor Memology is forced to censor.
My reactions come out when I push the button. That's so much to ask. Last time I had financial freedom was probably 2014 when I moved out here. That was the end of it. Seriously, like 2014.
Yeah, I'm kind of betting one more as well.
And now it's time for something
completely different.
Right?
No.
I don't think I've ever played a video game where I was a crab. Now I know there have actually been.
Yeah, it's definitely creative in some areas. Style. I kind of hate that it's doing like this kiddie aesthetic, but they're swearing all the time, so it's just like, I guess it's a teen-rated game.
Crap.
Actually, I could check that on Steam, right?
Right? Oh god, look at this guy. It's
just like, and it's got like kids Saturday morning cartoon style writing. That's why I'm annoyed by it. I'm just like, man, come on.
Now, wait a minute.
Pick an audience.
The equivalent of the dude in Elden Ring? Remember in Elden Ring?
Remember?
The knight right away on the horse?
Yes.
Do you think they're doing
it doesn't matter.
I think they are. I think that's supposed to be the knight from Elden Ring, and you don't fight him yet. He's overpowered.
$30? Right? Okay.
So it is. The Royal Shell Splitter, it's a tree sentinel. Are you kidding me?
I don't think it has an ESRB rating right now. Wait, no, surely it would on... Hang on. Microsoft Game Pass. Blink. Blink. I don't know, this is a really TISM moment for me.
He has a stagger meter that's filling. Did you see that?
It really doesn't matter. That's just my opinion. It's kind of having... Cute aesthetics are fine for mature adults. Oh shit, pre-stream starting. Here we go. This is today's beautiful slap-together intro. By the way, we're playing Rainwave today, but I think the credits widget is broken.
On today's show, I get to talk for the very first time about a crabby Souls-like that I partook in yesterday, and I'm actually looking forward to playing more of later in the week. In addition, it is time to finally start talking about our next major game over on DSP Throwback, as the Final Fantasy 15 playthrough, after over 3 months, is finally approaching its conclusion. All of this and more on today's episode of the Level 1 Podcast.
How exciting. Yeah, so the widget to give credit to what's playing in the background has a bad gateway. That's really funny. I mean, I know you can have swear words in a kid's game. That's like E10, like Shadow Game. So...
Alrighty, everybody, good morning. It is Sunday, April 28th, 2024. And you know what that means. It means
it's almost May.
React Day. And that all day long today, I will be doing React-style content on my other YouTube channels other than DSP Gaming, as we take a break from the gaming
landscape
marathon that I usually do here. I'm excited for that, as you know. First, it's my weekly clip show, DSP versus the Internet, over on DSP Reacts. Which is a big variety show of clips from all over the place.
Alright, I'm going to be half paying attention in Stellar Blade as well as Phil.
Wait for it this week. And of course, tonight, we're getting further into The Walking Dead Telltale Game Season 1 as we do a retro react event over on my DSP Throwback channel, where we're going to finish up Episode 3 and then get into Episode 4 as we're making a push for
his
the end.
combo, dude.
So, I am excited. I really do like these different... I really do like these.
Hey, he's more distracted than me.
Day. It's a great time.
Big ups.
And I hope that you guys will join me
over
there. Or I should say,
to the viewing
on
experience.
The channels. Wow, I really am getting angry at this laptop, and here's why.
I'm getting less SP
this
points.
Is ridiculous. So,
I want my money back.
Yeah,
it's like 1% per enemy now.
Just to give you an example of what I'm going through here. This laptop runs on Windows 10. Okay, it's right in front of me every single stream that I do. And every once in a while it pops up, oh, Windows update. Well, I don't
find
like
a post of Dave looking for the soundtrack.
They do them, because if you just do them on
wow, he loved the game so much he just threw everything at his chow and promptly left.
Set up specifically in a way for each channel. You know, I'm here on DSP Gaming quite a lot streaming, and I have one.
Yeah, the boss fights were kind of fun. I've done the first two.
I can see your contributions. And all
now I'm in the boring-ass
wasteland
portion.
One for the React channel and one for the Throwback channel that I basically use once a week.
Arbitrary open world bullshit.
I like having all that set up ahead of time, so I can just jump right in. When Windows Update happens, it frequently, when it restarts, it doesn't open up those browsers again to the tabs and everything I have set up. And I literally have to start from scratch, open this window,
I am so bad at parrying this dude.
Chat, open here, do this. It's a bunch of work. So...
And just playing in general.
I don't like doing the updates all together. Usually I'll try to group them all together and do them all in bulk. But this stupid thing, it keeps popping up that there's Windows updates. I literally just did a Windows update yesterday.
Yeah, Phil, welcome to Windows.
Oh, there's a Windows update. I just did this stupid thing.
Welcome to Windows.
Microsoft is pissing me off because you absolutely should have
3 separate browsers.
I don't want to do any updates ever.
Shut up, Phil. 3 separate browsers, because he can't just make his 3 channels managers of each other and swap between them. It's so funny.
Or they have the power to
he has to have them open simultaneously in separate browsers. He doesn't even do incognito mode for 2 of them.
Get this to stop, and it just keeps popping up. Windows update. I mean, I guess I have to tell
Can we move on, Phil? There's a reason why I'm grinding in this game today. Like, this is inane.
So dumb. Pause updates. So I have the ability to tell it to pause updates for a month.
Oh, wrong direction.
Actually, I can tell it to pause updates till June. Yeah, do that.
I did play this game for a bit this morning, so my skills are gone.
Till June. And then when they bother me in June, I'll figure out if I want to do it again. What a pain in the butt. I wonder if anyone knows if there's a way.
Well, no, he can only have one instance. He can only be logged into one account per regular and incognito version of the browser. That's what he's doing, but yeah, he could just stop. He can just make the managers.
I'll do it when I feel like
stop.
Don't force me to do it. Anyway, sorry about
that. Okay, now these guys can hear me.
It pops up in my face. Oh, you need a Windows update. I just fucking did it yesterday. Anyway. That's neither here nor there. Welcome to the show, everyone. React Day is fun. What I'd like to do today on the podcast is a couple things. Number one, I want to talk about Another Crab's Treasure, the Souls-like game that's more cutesy fun, but still pretty difficult, that I played yesterday here on the channel.
You could be playing this game.
Give you an update on what I feel and how I feel, you know, the game is going to go moving forward.
Just update it when you sleep.
To that, we
Great
have to
idea.
talk the new project for DSP Throwback, because the first project
Oh yeah,
I
and then
started
reopen
on that
closed
channel
tabs. I see what you mean.
back in early January was the Final Fantasy 13 playthrough that had been missing from the internet due to the channel that it was on being deleted from YouTube because of hacking and basically people doing copyright infringing stuff on that channel.
Mr. Stupid One.
So now that playthrough is almost done, we're in the home stretch, and I'll talk a little bit about that. We need to figure out what's next, and I think there's various different options that we can go with that would all be fine. And I'm curious what your take is on it. I'd like to get people's opinions, because within a week or two, I'm going to need to know what's the next game so my editors can start working on it.
This one I'm playing in the bottom right.
So we're going to have that discussion this morning, okay? So let's do it. Let's go back one day, yesterday, and let's talk about the new game that I played called Another Crab's Treasure. So first of all, this game is made by a company called Aggro Crab, and I guess this company has made other games before. Wasn't there a game
God, I hate when he does
Crab and had,
this.
like swords and stuff? And I guess they had made that game.
I'll
I
look on
believe.
Steam.
I don't remember what it was called because I didn't play it. I've seen footage of it on the internet. And it's like,
Aggro
it's like
Crab.
a movable game, right? So I don't know how viable that game is. for
Going
any kind of serious
Under.
play. I've never touched it. I never played
And
it.
Another
So,
Crab's Treasure.
in regards to this one, Another Crab's Treasure. So first of all, it's Game Pass. Thank goodness, because when games are on Game Pass, it allows me to try various games that normally I wouldn't touch. I mean, we just did this about 2 weeks ago with Harold Halibut, and now we're doing it with Another Crab's Treasure.
Yeah.
It's a
What was the name of
Souls-like.
that crab,
what does that
that
mean?
other crab game?
Means
Because
it
I'm not seeing it on the
emulates
Steam
many
page
of the
under
gameplay elements
Aggro
and
Crab.
features of games that From
He's just
Software would make,
assuming, unless
particularly the Dark
it's...
Souls series. Now, does it mean that it's exactly like Dark Souls? No. In fact, I can tell you right now from playing it, it's a hybrid.
Ridiculous.
It plays
Crab
somewhat
fight?
like Dark
Here, let's
Souls when
see.
it comes to the responsiveness of the controls.
Come on, Steam.
And when it comes to things such
Crab
as,
Fight 2.
what do you
for
call it?
$15.
Bonfires, which in this one are moon shells and
Kalapa
stuff like
Games,
that.
published by
And
Playism.
definitely-
This fucking guy just assumes, oh, this is a crab game. I guess the studio with crab in its name made another crab game.
Go to the
Fuck
first level
off,
you can
dude.
explore, and immediately there is
God.
a boss that is an optional boss that shows up.
Crab
that is way too powerful
champions.
for you in the beginning of the game. This is exactly what they did with Elden Ring, where as soon as you went into the open world of Limgrave,
$10,
there's a
Crab
cheese right there.
Champions.
You're like, oh, this is a normal enemy. No, it's a crazy tough boss. And,
Developed and
you
published
can beat
by
it in the beginning,
Noise
but it's
Storm.
way hard. They did
Fuck.
exactly the same thing in Another Crab's Treasure, which is funny because it's basically like a
I've been having
homage
fun
Easter
with
egg
swear
to Elden
words
Ring.
today. I've annoyed myself with it.
So the game's
I went above my
traversal. Let's talk a little bit about it.
allowance.
So you get a fork, and similar to Sekiro, you know, I'm 3 hours in. This fork doesn't change. It's like a standard weapon, and basically it's a 4-hit swinging combo. When you attack, you basically swing left and right like this. So it's like left, right, left, and then
I've
you
not
did
been
it
using my
all
gun. I
together,
hate
like
that
left,
I
right,
don't
left,
have like a
combo
weak
with, you know, within a
infinite
certain time
ammo
period.
attack.
You get a supercharged fourth bigger swing
Nitpick.
that does more damage and more stun. So the goal is essentially to try to get 3 hits, wait to get that opening, and then boom, hit with the 4th hit. That's going to do the big damage and the stun. That's kind of your go-to move, but it's tricky because you have to hit with the first 3 hits, or at least whiff the first 3 hits first to time the 4th one perfectly. There's a dodge, and the dodge is very similar.
Whoa, no way.
To, I would say,
I have a
again,
double
kinda like
dodge.
Sekiro, where it's a fast dodge where you can dodge left and right. You can also dodge forward and back. I found that dodging back almost never works. Really dodging to the side seems to be the go-to thing in this game. When they attack, you just roll to the side or dodge to the side, and then you can get around the attack and hitbox.
That's how you farm SP
Is there a
here, man.
blocking mechanic? Yes, and it's dependent on you finding a shell. Now, this is one of the unique things about the game, is that there's
It's not
shells
really.
all throughout the game. You can get a tin can. you can get,
MacGuffins.
a soda can. You
Oh
can
my
get
god, look
a
at these little
banana
guys
peel,
playing with each other.
various different
They just
shells
rolling.
that you find, shot
That's so
glasses,
adorable.
all kinds of stuff. And as you get further in the game, what happens is you get special abilities unlocked for each kind of shell that you get. So, for example, if you're the shot glass, you have 3 charges, and when you use a charge, spikes appear on your shell.
Whoa, I can
and
do
now
that
you
with a
can roll around
Skylander, I
and
think.
only
Whoa,
touch it
no
if you
way,
can.
so unique.
Okay, if you're the soda can, when you
I
again
don't know,
use
actually, I
ability
can't
charges,
remember, it's
it
been
shoots
forever.
fizzy bubbles up in the air that are essentially like area proximity mines. So if any enemy goes towards it, they go whoop and zoom in and hit the enemy for
But
some
yeah,
good damage.
Phil has spent like a week or two just assuming who made those other crab games. It's so dumb.
You might want to try to keep using that shell because you're good at using that ability. Problem is the shells have durability. So as you take damage, the shell gets damaged. And once it breaks, that's it. You have no shell. Now you have no ability to block attacks at all. As for blocking, it seems pretty effective except for giant attack, but what it does is it reduces the amount of damage you take by a lot, but it also takes away the durability of your shell. So you only have a limited time to block. You're going to have to be dodging quite a bit in this game as well. Although I would almost go to say
this is a bad way to farm EXP.
You could just dodge.
I really just want to do mindless stuff. I don't want to do side quests.
A heck of a lot harder.
What do you recommend, Stillran? I'm gonna rage quit this.
And press attack, you do like a spinning attack. It doesn't seem to do much or lead to anything. It's just as damaging as the normal attack, but it doesn't lead to a combo. And then you have to recover when you're landing. So I don't really.
I actually don't know of any other way to do this besides side quests.
And just need to do an attack. Now there are other abilities. For example, there's a plunging attack. There's a parry and riposte.
Can I go back and fight that one area?
But here's the thing: they're unlockables in this game via a skill tree. Unlike a game like From Software would make, you don't have all your abilities at the beginning of another Crab's Treasure. You have to earn them.
I mean, I just got to the Wasteland this morning, so
currency you use to level up in the skill
that's
tree.
why I'm being stupid. I don't know my
At the very end
options.
of yesterday's stream, after playing 3 hours, I unlocked parry, riposte, and like 1 or 2 other abilities. Plunge I got too, and I hadn't used them yet. So it's kind of like, oh, you know, I wish I could tell you more about the game, but 3 hours in, I'm only just unlocking some of the basic abilities that likely are going to become the staples of gameplay the further in I go. So I can't give you a full opinion.
Because running around for the wasteland. Well, what do you recommend?
Into it,
okay? You filthy detractor.
So that's the
this is what I do in Souls games sometimes.
Enemy, they're all tough. Yes, many of them are tank-like. You have to dodge around, dodging their big swooping attacks, hit them a few times, try to finish a combo, and maybe block. Now, there is another mechanic, as I've already mentioned it, the stun mechanic. And the stun mechanic is basically that each enemy has a stun bar that fills up the more. It is also a really fucking big map. It's not that
swear words. It is excessively large, so I understand this is a pretty bad way to farm experience. Actually, there's some guys like up here, like fat dudes.
Doing your regular hits.
I could farm off of them because they're really close by.
Attack button and release, you go oh, and then you charge forward and stab. That does a big chunk of stun usually.
Over here.
And once someone's
although these guys are chasing me.
The stun meter starts blinking.
Because yeah, in Dank Souls, your like farmable enemies aren't that far away, so.
In any other, you know, FromSoft game, they call
bro,
it, like,
he is literally listing everything.
Now, when they flipped or crunch or whatever you want to call it, crumble,
just
they're open
everything
for a very limited amount of time. In this case, only a few seconds, maybe like 2-3 seconds. They're wide open, so maybe you'll get a free combo in there. Okay. However, is there ability to like do what would be called like a visceral attack or a downed attack when they're down? Yes, but again, it's in the skill tree, and it's actually relatively further into the skill tree, so it's not something that you're going to be doing right from the get-go when it comes to the combat. So that's it. Now, are there other variations to the combat? Yes. What ends up happening is you get a fishing line that's primarily for traversal, but also you can use it in combat to hook enemies and pull them towards you. But I don't have that yet, so I can't talk about it until you get it. Again, everything seems to be an unlockable in this game. As for traversal, there is a lot of platforming in Another Crab's Treasure, way more so than most FromSoft games. You know, maybe
right, I'm bored. I'm gonna find a place to go. I need another.
There's a lot of optional.
I need another SP. I'm like halfway there.
Zip line that you can hook onto hooks and swing around on nets. Now that's going to be a lot of what you're doing in the game, and that's fine. It kind of makes it feel like a hybrid of like an old school platformer from like. I
thought there was a lot of empty space in Final Fantasy 16. Oh boy.
Combat of a FromSoft game. It sucks that I didn't get further because I would really like to talk about the ins and outs of parrying and everything, but I can't yet because I didn't get to that. I'll get to that when I play it again later in the week. As for the design in the world, well, the world is cleverly designed. It's all underwater, And basically,
Wow.
you're at the bottom of the ocean in sand,
Think
and you see all these
Bioshock.
items from up top that basically litter, right? I mean, every shell that you get, you know, a banana peel or a tin can or a bottle cap, those are all things from humanity that have sunk down into the water. And even some of the weapons and things, like one of the bosses uses a giant straw, and that's his lance, like he's a knight, but he's hitting you with a straw instead of a lance. So really, the design is quite interesting.
Squeeze
in that
banana.
regard. You never know what you're going to be facing, and you never know what kind of items you're going to find in the environment from humanity that have become part of the undersea world.
Right, you guys are getting
the
angry
story
at my
is kinda
gameplay. No more
Apparently,
gameplay for
there's
you.
now a new government under the sea that is taxing everybody. Basically saying, we own everything, pay us taxes.
It's your
And
fault,
so
chat.
Your shell, your hermit
It's fine.
crab, and your
I've played
shell
for like
gets
4
stolen
hours.
from
I'm
you
good.
right at the beginning of the game as a back tax payment, and now you're off on a quest to essentially figure out how you get your shell back. And that's the game at this point. I like how after a brief intro segment, you go right to an open world, and then you get to start exploring, much like Elden Ring. Like, it really does feel like they were trying to emulate.
Now
the
I get to
idea of
focus
Elden
on
Ring
quotes.
with this game. And so initially in the first 3 hours, first of all, I fought that optional boss that was in the first area, and it took me over a half an hour, but I beat it. So much like the Tree Sentinel in Elden Ring that I spent like 2
Check
hours trying to
laundry
beat on
again.
my first stream, I beat this optional boss as well. I was very stubborn, but I got it done. Even with no blocking, no shell, nothing. None of that had been unlocked yet. I beat him with the most basic stuff. So then, after that, you end up going to a castle. And to get into the castle, they tell you need a shell. So head over to another area of the map where you actually fight the first real boss, who's supposed to be like a knight captain. And after you beat him, you get your first shell, which is a tin can. Now you start learning the block mechanic and how it works, and then you get access to the castle. You can explore. There's all optional ways to go where you can find optional items and upgrades. The way upgrades work is you collect pieces of stuff. So I think it's starfish limbs. When you collect 5 hidden starfish limbs, you get more health. And there's other upgrades as well.
I'm
There's
back.
also healing flasks, which are actually called heart kelp in this game. It's just, you know, oh, it's a piece of kelp, you pop it and you heal. So same idea of healing flasks. And yes, you can increase the maximum amount by finding a rare item in the environment.
I'm yawning.
Yes, items are well hidden. In that regard, they're glowing items, just like Dark Souls, a glowing item on the ground. Gee, I wonder what it is. It could be an item that you sell for the upgrade currency, which by the way, the upgrade
Jesus
currency in this game
Christ,
are
Phil. I have
microplastics,
no
get it?
commentary
Like,
for this.
Again, humanity having its big impact on everything is that the whole seabed is completely infested with microplastics, and that's the currency down there, which is pretty funny. So, it could be that, or it could be an item that's a consumable for a certain purpose. It could be an upgrade item, like I mentioned, to upgrade your health or give you more heart kelp total outload, stuff like that. So again, essentially, they took all the stuff from FromSoft games and crammed it in. So the gameplay is a hybrid. It's kind of like Sekiro. It's kind of like Dark Souls. What I would say is it's nothing like Bloodborne. Like,
Get out of my sight.
it doesn't have an actual like a mechanic where you would like interrupt an attack or anything like that I've seen. It does seem more like the parry mechanic system from Sekiro. The difference being, in Sekiro, when you're gonna parry, you just tap block at the right time. In this game,
Oh yeah,
you
I
can be
don't have
holding
Phil's
blocks with
chat
shells
visible on
you,
this
and then when they're about
layout.
to
Oh
strike,
well.
you release, so it's like you're picking your shell off and boosh, you stagger them, and then you can
Yeah.
get the counter attack combo or whatever. So it's a little
Wait,
bit different. but
which
at the
one
same
is
time,
Shadoo
it's the
coming
same
out
I
of?
premise.
found it.
Okay.
And what I'll say is this: 3 hours in, there's things I like, there's things I don't like. I like the atmosphere of the game, the level design, the underwater kingdom is interesting to me. I am finding a lot of fun in that, and I think that it's going to continue to be.
Don't
interesting
touch
the more
it,
that
it's
we play.
dangerous.
I am enjoying, for the most part, the exploration. Meaning, oh, you go over here, you find a hidden area. Oh, look,
Well,
there's
with
a
how
crystal
long
there
this
for
segment
upgrading.
is,
Oh, I found a rare item to upgrade my
and how
my health and
detailed
stuff
this
like
book
that. It's
report
fun. It's
is,
that whole
maybe we're
idea
going
that
past
there's a
2
world for you to
streams.
explore. It's not just linear.
It's
Go here,
possible.
there, and survive. It's you really want to spend your time looking around for the optional stuff.
Shame I'm
The
not
one
a
thing that really
detractor
is annoying me
who
in the game so far, I would say,
talks about the
is
pre-streams after they
is a little
happen,
bit on the
so I can
wonky
fast
side. What
forward
does that
through
mean?
this.
When you're playing a FromSoft game, for the most part, unless you're playing like
Oh shit, I
Demon
could be
Souls or the first
standing
Dark
right now.
Souls,
Get my legs a
especially now
workout.
like you play a game like Elden Ring, you kind of trust all the systems, right? You know that for the most part everything's going to work well. Like for example, I was shocked at how good the platforming worked in Elden Ring.
Being a
that you
lazy
stick to
potato
the
today.
jump almost all the time. That everything feels like it's well designed in the universe, right? In Another Crab's Treasure, there is some wonkiness. For example, sometimes they want you to grapple across a series of hooks with this line of fishing line, and you're doing it, and all of a sudden the camera just won't aim right at the
It's
next
always
hook,
the
and then
camera
you
with
can't hit
you.
it and you fall. But I'm easily, you know what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to go across. I don't really control the camera at all times.
Right, we're just
Why did it
watching
stop
his
working
eyes.
mid-platforming? Annoying. Now you got to go back and start.
We're on
again.
eye watch.
Sometimes you'll land square on a platform and still slip off. And it happened a few times. Stupid. You know, obviously, if it's a platformer with this much platforming in it, it should be solid, and it feels like half the time it's not. It's kind of like slippery and wonky. Same thing with the combat. And I will say this.
I chose a bad day to restream.
I wish they didn't do.
Lip.
Much like in Dark Souls, in order to do anything in this game, you have to release the button for it to take effect. What does that mean? Well, for example, if
You know what? I could research good places to grind in Stellar Blade.
Oh, here comes the enemy. Press B, and the moment you press B, your character moves out of the way. In Another Crab's Treasure, much like
Wait.
You have your controller in hand and you want to dodge. Oh, here comes the enemy. Press B if you're playing a different video game. You have your controller in hand and you want to dodge.
He's explaining.
Press B, and the moment you press B, your character moves out of the way.
Yeah, maybe you should play DMC.
Crab's Treasure, much to do rather than reacting, and that's annoying.
He's explaining delayed animations, like what FromSoft does. Wind up animations or whatever the fuck.
So I can recognize the timing, so I can do the dodge early in order to get out of the way. For example, that first optional boss that I fought was so annoying to beat because I couldn't just dodge things on reaction. So I had to play him for about 15 minutes to have seen all of his attacks, know how all of them hit.
Switch game to story mode. You farm SP easier.
Like, you just have to sit there and learn everything before you have a chance.
I will actually do that. I don't give a shit.
Things are just on reaction. You can get your move to come out. You don't need to memorize.
Because, yeah, the enemies will be faster to kill. You get the same amount, but you'll grind faster.
Games that are considered Souls-like games, like the Neo series, that just give you your move the second you press the button. And there's nothing wrong with the Neo series. It's good. So I don't know why every game trying to be like FromSoft has to completely emulate that delay input style. I actually think that's very annoying. And
okay, there's not a lot of options. I just gotta play the game.
And definitely the whole delayed controls. Outside of that, the game seems to be
for real. I gotta audio boost this guy. God damn it,
I recommend Another
Phil.
Crab's Treasure to those who like
y'all should have spoken sooner.
But the thing is, I haven't really used a lot of the elements. I haven't parried yet. I just unlocked it. I haven't done a plunge attack yet. I just unlocked it. So until I play more later in the week, I can't give you a better opinion on it. All I can give you is these initial impressions. So far, so good. I really like it. But here's the catch. Because it's not FromSoft, and because it looks cutesy,
no one's giving it a try.
This game will not have any kind of mainstream appeal. This is not going to be the next Lies of P, per se. Because it's not gritty. It's not gory. It's not over-the-top horror. It's kind of a FromSoft-style gameplay game with cutesy stuff, which is fine. I actually think that we should have more games like that. If you're going to have the same style, but a different story, different art style, that's good. That's a very good thing. I don't want more of the same. I don't want the same style. It doesn't always have to be.
Why do you keep buying the same
when you do this style of game? So I'm happy to play a different game in this style, but I can tell you right now, for example,
we're stuck with this game for a while.
I just don't like the game because I don't like how it looks. And it's
yeah,
like,
that was Jade.
So the game has sound mechanics, cool exploration, fun bosses, a lot of neat things, even funny moments. But you're not going to watch it because it looks like a cartoon. You're too far above that, right? Do you understand it's a video game, right? Like the whole point of video games is to have fun. It's not supposed to be,
you weren't having fun.
Ultra challenge myself with some gothic horror where everyone's limbs got to get ripped off and shoved up each other's asses, and it's always torturous and ridiculously over the top, scary, gory, or adult oriented. Like, that's not what video games are supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about fun and entertainment, and this game has that.
This is a viewership bag
for various different reasons. Yeah, it may look like a Disney movie, but at the same time, it actually plays like a very challenging FromSoft game.
Look like a Disney movie.
So what's wrong with that? Why does every again Souls-like have to be this gritty horror? I don't get it. So far, I like it. And yes, I am going to continue to play it in the schedule. So I guess what we should do now is talk a little bit more about that schedule. But what I'd like to also do is talk about Helldivers 2 last night. Okay?
Oh,
so
yeah, the
night,
$11.
That was the first ever late night stream of Helldivers 2 that I had played. Previously to that, I've always played Helldivers 2 as a daytime stream. And it always has been about 3-hour, installments of it. And I've been playing it now for what, about a month, just under a month. I think I started playing it in early April. And I've gone pretty far at this point now. I'm up to level 20. And I've got a solid amount of unlocks and things like that. Great stratagems, good loadout. And I'm getting better at the game the more that I play. Last night, it was kind of like basically a really... let me just put it this way. It was starting off really annoying. Like, I remember like the first mission, something went wrong. I can't remember what it was. And then the second mission, it was like we dropped.
Are we just getting double the crab's treasure streams because of Helldivers?
I have to start playing at level 7 difficulty, which is considered suicide mission difficulty. That's the only difficulty where you start getting the pink collectibles. What are they called? Samples. And you need those in order to get the better level upgrades for things like your eagle drops. So I wanted to get those, but you have to play at such a difficulty that sometimes you just automatically get overwhelmed right from the get-go, and it's really hard to recover. So I remember like the first hour, I hit level 20, but man, it was very frustrated. And it actually, it kind of pissed me off. The second hour, things got much better. And I actually had, get this, the craziest, most epic Helldivers 2 game I've done so far in the 20 hours I've played. Actually, it's more like 22 hours, I think, that I've played, something like that. Basically, here's what happened. All right. We were doing a mission where we're supposed to rescue the civilians. This is the one where you evacuate them and they run and, they get to the safety or whatever. And then while you're doing that, a bunch of enemies show up to try to kill you or thwart your plans. And then you got to escape after. So first of all, our team was very jumbled. They weren't really doing the objectives properly. We kind of getting split up.
Yeah, maybe you should talk to them.
It was kind of a mess to begin with. But when we finally got to the final area where we needed to evacuate the humans, we started doing it, and it was going really well.
Dude, this is still the recap segment.
And we had it up to like 18 humans. Okay? And then all of a sudden, boom, the Terminids come in so many numbers that it's like unstoppable.
He got here at like 11:20.
A tidal wave of enemies. And we're doing
it's
our
11:50.
best, but at the very same time, the fire tornadoes are coming out too. So now not only are we battling a wall of enemies, but now fire tornadoes are coming from behind. It's like an unwinnable thing. So what ended up happening was we all died except one person. And we had no reinforcements left.
18 naked Helldivers
so
in the shower.
Several minutes on their own in order to get, the reinforcement going. So it was fun to watch because, man, they were really trying to survive hard. They were getting chased and everything, and they did real well. And then finally, yes, they got the reinforcement. Of course, they reinforced, and it's me. Not the other two teammates, but me. I'm like, oh, I'm not good at this game. Well, I'll do my best. So immediately, as I'm trying to get my bearings and start getting my loadout, my teammate dies. So now it's all on me. I'm like, oh, crap. So immediately what I do is I try to get the two prisoners, or not two prisoners, two evacuees
what was this
ready.
Button? Oh, that's
so we
for
can just escape.
downs.
I'm thinking maybe I can just get them in there. I can evacuate myself or whatever. So I do it. And it says 19 of 20 completed.
You know what?
20 of 20 completed.
Oh, virtual dance doesn't work. End. Wait a minute.
I'm staring at it like,
why?
What? It says 20 of 20. I've evacuated all 20 that was supposed to be evacuated, and the mission isn't dinging
this
for
reminds
me.
me of when I played.
So we can go to the evacuation portion. Immediately as this happens, another giant wave of Terminids shows up, and I'm by myself. And I'm like, well, this is a bunch of bullshit. So I start running for the hills, and I run for like 3-4 minutes while I'm waiting for the reinforcement to recharge. I'm basically desperately trying to survive, and I've got 2 Bile Titans on my ass.
Okay, cool. It works. Alright, I'm just making sure.
I can finally get it reinforced. So I reinforce, and we very carefully
I forgot how my own gimmick worked.
And then we do another survivor. It had to be 21. I don't know why. It said 20 of 20 on the screen. And then when the 21st survivor evacuated, it says, oh, you completed the mission. And then it said we could evacuate. So then we were able to summon the other people, and we got out of there. So basically, it was crazy nail-biting action in Helldivers 2 last night. It was the closest match I ever seen. And we did it. We got it done. We actually did all evacuate. Actually, the truth is, we didn't all evacuate. As we were evacuating, another wave of Terminids hit, and we were trying to fend them off, and everyone died but me. I was the only person. I jumped into the evacuation vehicle at the last minute and airlifted out. It was just me that made it out.
Still
it was crazy.
This?
I was like, holy shit, that was so epically close.
This isn't working right.
So, it was crazy good. But, want to be honest, it was actually the least attended, least in stream of Helldivers.
There we go. Sorry.
Probably I'm thinking because of the time shift. Like, we didn't even have 350 viewers. We barely had 300 for most of the stream. People were kind of barely talking in the chat. Half the time I was like, what's going on in the chat? Everyone was like, oh, I'm doing something else. I'm doing something else. Oh, okay, well, as long as you're watching, I guess, but no one was really talking. Right?
People are allowed to lurk, Phil.
Support was awful. Right? I think I made $7 in super chats and like $10 in tips. That was the whole night. So, listen. I'm not complaining. I actually had a really good premiere stream of Another Crab's Treasure. It's not the end of the world. The sky is not falling. But
are you ready to admit your own foolishness?
Change from this being a daytime stream
to a night stream. Okay, so Helldivers is still around.
Because here's the deal.
Anything to dodge
Solar Blade. Be a daytime stream. It's just not possible. Okay? Right now, with the games that I'm playing, if I'm going to keep playing Fallout 4, that has to be a daytime stream or we're never going to make any progress in it. Right? Another Crab's Treasure is a brand new game that I like, and if I'm going to make progress in it, again, I got to play it as a daytime stream. Okay, so those are basically my 2 daytime streams right now.
Yeah, Vel, you don't interact in either of my chats enough. What's wrong with you? We're married.
I'm glad that game has found a home as a late night, fighting game stream in the rotation. But
this one's really bad. This is a very filler Goose stream.
Up to now. But there's just not much that I can really do. I can't make every stream a daytime stream. I can't clone myself and have 2 channels streaming at the same time.
Yeah, we've been over this before.
Because, some people have even said things like, why don't you stream earlier? Well, you want me to stream at 7 in the morning, my time?
Yes.
So, I mean, if I do that, I'm going to have my schedule all thrown off for, like, normal days. You know what I mean?
You can adapt.
But I certainly, if I'm streaming 7 in the morning, it means I can't stream at night. It means there will be no night stream at all.
Take a 2-hour nap.
It would probably be, I stream ultra early, and then I take a break, and then I stream again, and then that's it. There's no late night stream at all, right? So the thing is, I'm basically streaming as much as I can in the right time frame of what we consider daytime.
They told you they want you to stream early, dude.
And I can't really do much else about it. Not every game can be the prime time day stream. So it sucks because I like Helldivers 2. I absolutely like the game a lot.
He doesn't. His schedule tis him. That's why he doesn't want to do it. And he wants to be up till 3 in the morning.
There's no support, and everyone's basically
probably 4 in the morning.
Because again, is it the game? If I play it as a day stream, it's the opposite. So it's not the game; it's the time slot. I don't even know what else to say about that. Right? Maybe what it is,
or maybe it's
just certain games that do well in certain time slots, and others that don't. And maybe that's just what it is. I don't know. For me, I've enjoyed my month in Helldivers 2. I feel like we're getting to the point where my loadout is going to reach almost optimal. We're almost to the point where I can unlock a new, what do they call it, War Bond. We're at 920 of the credits, and you need 1,000 to unlock the War Bond.
Yeah, like the big streamers like Co and Dan. So, let's see.
I'm excited.
Where's after daylight savings time?
I want to do it.
They stream at like 5 or 6 in the morning my time. Like they get it done.
I want to keep playing it, but again, it very well could be thus. All right, and I'm just proposing this, and you guys can answer me. I don't know. This is a game that really shines when you have a team.
Yeah, friends.
Where people are communicating and there's camaraderie and stuff like that. As you know, I'm not going to play it like that. I don't play any games like that, and that's not going to change. So, as me being a random guy that just
I'm gonna take this multiplayer game and not play it as multiplayer co-op. Right?
You're gonna have limitations of what you can do. Maybe what's happened is I've now played the game for 20 hours. Most people have seen what the game has to offer. You're tired of the Terminids. You're tired of the automatons. You wish there was something new. Right now, it's just not the grind and unlock stuff. There's not much else to it. Right? Maybe if and when
is P-Dog even around
comes out, and there's a new game mode or a new race of enemies to fight or something like that, maybe then
that was a prayer hands
or something
throat
like that.
clear.
Game mode or a new race of enemies to fight or something like that. Maybe then that's what it'll race of enemies to fight or something like that.
Sorry. Ooh, we got a good YTP here. Oh shit, I broke it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was too much fun. All right, I'll refresh. Wow, we're missing out on some face touch.
As opposed to, you know, I don't want to have a game that's a lengthy
Fuck, I gotta
RPG
redo
like
my thing.
Fallout 4 that has hype right now behind it, or a new game like Another Crab's Treasure that, you know, we want to play as much as we can. Those don't make sense as night streams right now. I'm not saying that they won't eventually make sense as night streams, but for now they just don't. So,
Wipe.
FYI, I'm not sure what to do about Helldivers right now. I do have another stream of it possibly scheduled for later in the week, but now I'm kind of second guessing it and thinking maybe instead of Helldivers 2 again, I should play Elden Ring.
You know what? Can you guys bear with me? I can hit the record button.
I also don't know.
I want to put that on my Twitter.
That's also going to be a late stream this week. I'll talk about that in a second.
Recording.
Okay? So anyway, that was yesterday. Let's talk about the schedule for the week now. Today's React Day. As soon as
because he's still in schedule segment, so I should be able to find it.
Opposed to, you know, I don't want to have a game that's a.
I can literally use his face touches as landmarks.
Say is that I changed the opposite attitude from when I really low, and I was like, wow.
Hang on, I know I can find it.
Opposite attitude from when I usually play this game.
Okay, that's when he took a sip.
And again, the only thing I can say is that I changed the posing this, and you guys can answer me. I don't know.
I missed that one.
When
why? Oh God, am I still here? I'm still here. What is happening?
Walking Dead Telltale game.
God, God forbid. Yeah, I'm still here. Okay. I just want
maybe
my clips.
That's just what it is. I don't know. You know, I could knock the war bomb. So
I think I'm too far.
I'm excited. You guys can answer me. I don't know. This is a game. You know, I'm not being right.
I'm sad now. I lost it.
Right? Maybe
the guy.
One's kind of to support quiet and keeping to themselves. Game. It makes more sense. I want to have a game.
This is still more fun than. Okay, that's the sip. That's too far.
So, as me being going to play a random guy that just drops in to random games like that, right? You're gonna have limitations of what you can do. Maybe what's happened is I've now played the game for 20 hours. Most people have seen what the game has to offer. You're tired of the Terminators, you're tired of the automatons, you wish there was something new. Right now it's just grind and unlock stuff. There's not much else to it, right? Maybe if and when a update comes out and there's a new game mode or a new race of enemies to fight or something like that, maybe then
found it. All right. So we're gonna put that to normal. We're gonna put that to 1080p.
That's what it'll maybe it'll pick up then, right?
That's not gonna help. I can just keep it tiny like this, that's fine. And then we need to boost it all the way.
And people will be more excited for it. But game mode.
Alright, and now I hit record.
Or a new race of enemies to fight or something like that. Maybe then that's what it'll happen. Maybe it'll pick up then, right? People will be more excited. Update comes out and there's a new game mode or a new race of enemies to fight or something like that. New game mode or a new race. If and when a update comes out and there's a new game mode or a new race of enemies to fight or something like that, maybe.
All right, I think my music was in there a bit, but that's just
maybe it'll pick up then.
That's
right?
just my shtick.
But that was really the
all
first
right.
time
Let's go live.
To do is I want to see how things go Monday night. We already know Helldivers 2 sadly did not do well as a night stream. Helldivers 2 sadly did not do well as a night stream. Okay, it's just fact.
Thank you for enduring that with me, chat.
Elden Ring does tomorrow night as a night stream. If it does well, Hailing Tree, then I'll do that again on Wednesday night. If it doesn't do well, then maybe we'll do Helldivers. I don't know. I want my night streams obviously to do well. And when I say do well, again, it's not just about making money. It's about having people engaged and having fun. For example, for many months, I played Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, and it didn't do well making me money. But it
But
was
yeah, we
actually a fun
needed the prayer
experience
hands
because the audience
cough
that was there was
desperately.
engaged and having a good time and constantly talking and laughing and you know,
Now, Shutter and
being
Coder
social. And that didn't happen with Helldivers 2
should
last
help
night. And the
me
stream was
fix
almost
this.
dead half the time, and that's not good. I'm not here just playing games for myself. All right, I'm here to play games with all of you and have a good social experience. And if I'm not having that, then that's the point of streaming it, right? So we got to find the right mix.
Alright, dude.
Let's
Damn
see how
it,
it goes
all
for the
these
rest of this week, and we'll go
screenshots.
from there. Now, keep in mind, as of now, I don't have plans to do any new games until May 21st, because on May 21st, there's both Hellblade 2 as well as the System Shock remake. So those two games I'm very, very interested in, okay? And I hope that people will hang around to watch all the fun stuff that I'm going to be doing between now and then. All right, I'm very excited for Fallout 4, you know, a game I haven't played now in 12 freaking years. Excuse me, 9 freaking years is what I meant to say. And now seeing it with the next gen update, 60 frames, doing a melee build, it's very different, and I'm excited for that. I hope that you guys will join me for those.
Seems like it's pretty
This
quiet.
Another Crash Treasure right now is quite
or
good.
no? Is it my
but
fault?
outside of that, I'm not sure.
No.
You know what else is going to
quiet.
be in demand? If any other games do happen to come out and stick out, and you guys are interested in seeing me play, please by all means let me know. But this is the plan essentially for the next 3 weeks. We're going to balance all these games that I'm playing until the new games release. Okay. All right. Now we have already talked about the fact that we're going to have some kind of a marathon at the end of May. What will it be? At this point, I am heavily leaning towards an indies marathon. I think that doing an independent games marathon
boy, I get to
would make
do
a lot of
that.
sense because I haven't done one.
I
of
get
these
to
in
do
many
another
years.
painting
It would give
stream,
me the
though.
opportunity to be exposed to a bunch of games that I've likely
Maybe Vel will
never
join in.
played. And on top of all of that, I now have a mini PC that can play most games on Steam.
Oops.
So we have opportunity for people to nominate a bunch of these indie style games and to actually check them out for the very first time. All right. So I think that could be really, really
we
interesting
actually
and fun
talk about
for variety.
something, right?
So let me know if that's what you think. Unless you guys have an idea of something different, I think an indies marathon at the end of May will make sense and hit it right on the head of what we're looking for. Something different around here.
It was a
All
fucking boomerang.
Okay. I have one other
At least we get
topic
cool
to
sounds.
discuss today. I'm trying to remember if I have any
Stellar
game
Blade
news to
again?
talk about, because I don't think there's much significant game news going on right now at all.
Nobody's talking about Stellar Blade. No one cares anymore.
Oh, actually, you know what? I'll very briefly do a game news segment. You ready for this?
No.
Here we go. This is gonna be
I was
funny.
joking.
Ready for this one?
Oh no. Oh no.
Right now, Evo Japan is going on, which is the Japanese version of a very top-level fighting game tournament, and it's all different fighting
No
games,
shit.
including Street Fighter 6, but also
Okay, it's
Tekken
just
King,
Street Fighter again.
Guilty Gear,
Great.
Blaze Blue, not
Wait,
Blaze
is it
Blue,
pronounced
that Grand
Blaze
Fantasy
Blue?
Versus game, many different fighting games. As they're streaming the event on Twitch bans them.
Okay, copyright. It was a mistake.
I'm not kidding you. Twitch erroneously banned Evo Japan, and everyone is trying to figure out or something like that. Was it because something happened on stream and a company actually hit them with a copyright strike? Was it because a malicious troll impersonated a company or something like that? No one can figure it out, but they were banned for like 4 or 5 hours, and then apparently they disputed it, and it was auto-removed, which is what used to happen to me. Do you remember when I was on Twitch? People would hit me with a false copyright strike out of nowhere, and then I would have to apply my dispute to that. Like, you could do a counterclaim and say, no, this is wrong, and it would take them many hours, and then eventually they would process the counterclaim, and then your stream would go back online. So imagine you're just a big, event, and you're streaming on Twitch, and they literally ban you for no good reason, right? So it used to be, oh, well, everyone's kind of immune if they're big. It's just the small time guys that get attacked. No, in this case, even big events now are getting attacked on Twitch by false copyright strikes. So at this point, I'm just going to be honest here. You ready for this? It's time to ditch Twitch. Folks, they're the most unprofessional website on the planet.
Your shit gets copyright claimed all the time,
they
dude.
blanket grant fake claims and don't actually verify
I
them.
have no idea
they
why
just hit you with the claim
Streamlabs is being
and
stupid
don't
now.
vet the claim at all. And if they're not going to just do it to individuals, they're going to do it to major events. Just don't stream there anymore. It's time
it
that
was a
everyone put their foot
mistake.
down and says, ditch Twitch, fuck this. This site is
Hashtag
not
ditch
professional enough for
Twitch.
us to be doing business on. It's time to stop this stupid
What
internet
will the
mentality that, Twitch is the
multi-billion-dollar
place to stream, man.
corporations do?
Stop. Just stop. Because literally it's not. It doesn't even have enough quality to properly fucking stream games. They don't even have the bandwidth. They don't allow you to stream at a good bit rate for modern gaming.
You can get special treatment and stream
All they care
higher.
about is making money. So it's time to stop with this nonsense and ditch Twitch and go to places that are going to support you. Whether
Like what,
that would be
Rumble?
YouTube,
Are you gonna
whether
go to
that's
Rumble?
Kick, whether that's somewhere else.
Kick?
Just get the fuck off of Twitch. Let them go out of business. I mean it. Just let
They
them go out
can't
of
fill
business.
their Amazon.
If everyone would in droves quit Twitch right now, they would go out of business because there wouldn't be enough revenue to support their bullshit model anymore. Just stop it. You know, it's like an individual I can understand. If I get banned from Twitch for bullshit reasons, it's because they don't want to deal with trolls. There's no reason for them to be banning Evo. They're out of their fucking minds. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to run their company. Stop using them. Right? If you go to a store and you get mistreated by the employees 10 times in a row, do you go back to the store? If you go to the restaurant and they get your order wrong 10 times in a row, do you keep going back to the restaurant? Or do you finally throw your arms up and say, fuck this, they don't know what they're doing, I'm not giving them my business anymore. Stop using Twitch. It's fucking terrible. It really is bad for the internet. It's bad for the gaming community. It's bad for everyone. It's bad business. Stop using them just because you think you're going to get some kind of traction and be noticed on Twitch. They're fucking trash. Okay, that's the gaming news for today. All right.
Anything to hate Twitch.
What I would like to do right now is just very briefly talk about
That was some good clown
DSP
music.
Throwback.
Thank you, Tetris.
As you know, DSP Throwback is a project I started in January for posterity of my oldest
Didn't feel good a
content.
false positive, but
Notably,
yeah, with
playthroughs
Fallout
that have
4,
been disappearing from the
#ditchy2.
internet because they were on channels, legacy channels that got banned for being hacked and misused. For example, I had a channel called Red Dead DSP that had all Rockstar content on it, and it got hacked and stolen and then shut down. I had a channel called I think it was like DSP Final Fantasy 13 or something like that, and that channel also got shut down. Same reason. So what's been happening is these missing playthroughs have been remastered in full HD, 1080p, 60 frames per second upscaling, better audio, everything scrubbed, and put into 30-minute parts, proper thumbnails, proper titles, and every day a new part goes live over on DSP Throwback, with some exceptions, and sometimes my editors get backlogged a little bit. But for the most part, it's a daily new release. So far, okay, we have Final Fantasy 13 that's been going for almost 3 months, well actually over 3 months, and it's almost done. Final Fantasy 13 will be completed within about another week or two. Okay, we're that close to the end. Red Dead Redemption, the entire original playthrough is live on the channel. And currently we have started the Fallout 3 playthrough from 2008, one of my oldest and poorest looking playthroughs that is currently being remastered. We're up to, I believe as of this morning, 9 parts and climbing, and that one's going very strongly as well. So I hope if you haven't checked it out yet, you will check out the DSP Throwback
Redeem
channel.
Undefined.
The question is, now with Final Fantasy 13 ending in the next week or two, what's the next project? So what I need to do is ask all of you, outside of, you know, well, not outside of, but my classic playthroughs. I'm talking about the playthroughs where I used to aim my camera at a TV, so the visual quality and the audio is terrible. All right, out of those older playthroughs with those shorter 10-minute parts, what would be the next video series that you would like to see on the Throwback channel? Okay, now one of the ones that's an absolute shoe-in that I know some people will recommend is LA Noire.
Oh wow,
because LA Noire
Birds Outside are
is a
picky
playthrough
with
that's
bird
also
bath.
currently
I
missing from
changed
the
out.
internet. It was on that Red Dead DSP Rockstar oriented channel that was hacked and shut down. So right now you cannot watch my original LA Noire playthrough anywhere. It doesn't exist. And if you remember, I actually named it Dicks with Guns. You might say, wait, what? Yes.
Oh my god, I was
so
immature.
afraid that YouTube was going to like shut down and block the playthrough of LA Noire that I basically titled the game Dicks with Guns for the first like 10 to 15, 20 parts, and then I started retitling it saying LA Noire. It was very funny, I know, and even you'll see in the first few parts I say Dicks with Guns instead of LA Noire, right? Or something like that.
For the audio waves here.
So, that's definitely a possibility, and I feel like LA Noire eventually is going to be remastered and put on that channel no matter what. It's coming, okay? But outside of that, what other playthroughs would you guys
I just
be
don't want to
interested in
boot
seeing?
up Da Vinci.
Now, I'm getting some
That's
suggestions.
why this is
Dead
weird.
Space 1 and 2. Well, here's the thing. Dead Space 1, there's no playthrough to remaster. My Dead Space 1 playthrough wasn't a playthrough. It was a highlight series. This was before I actually did...
We'll just remaster it. Who cares?
I did highlights. You know how they do YouTube shorts now? Well, that's actually what I did. I would do like a minute or 2 minute clip of just a really scary moment in the gameplay. And that's how I covered games. And then people started to, asking and requesting for longer length full playthroughs. And then I changed my format. So Dead Space 1, I can't do because there is no full playthrough. It's just a few clips. All right. So that's out of the case. Now, some people said Dead Space 2. Could do that. Dead Space 2 absolutely was an old style camera playthrough. So that one could be redone. Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. Sure, I could do that. Again, that's a playthrough that was the old camera style. So I'm sure a lot of the parts don't look very good. That one could be redone if that's what you're interested in. Indigo Prophecy. Now that's an interesting one. For those who don't know the history.
There we go.
I played Heavy Rain. Like that. I loved Heavy Rain. And
Jesus,
I wanted to do another game
forever.
from that same studio, but all their games were very outdated. Like the last
but now
game
I
before
have to
Heavy Rain was from Quantum
trim
Dream
it.
was called Indigo Prophecy or Fahrenheit. Okay. And man, is that a weird one. It's got the same kind of quick time events and choices and
but
stuff.
Now I have to crop
but dude,
it,
it's weird. It's got weird stealth segments. It's got fucking aliens and weird shit in it.
No, not Shutterfly.
So,
go away.
I did a full playthrough of it for like Halloween 2010. And it was a weird one, for sure. But here's the thing. This is what I'd be a little nervous about.
He won't stop talking.
Music, and it's actually a key part of the game. And sadly, the licensed music 100% gets claimed and blocked on YouTube. So I would have to have my editors
for
find
this one.
all the different licensed music and edit it out. Or
I do not have
edit
it.
it enough.
Nope, I don't have Handbrake
so the videos
installed.
could at least be
Share
listened
apps,
to
then?
and not muted. Because that's the worst part. When YouTube mutes your fucking video, and it's like, why do I want a video with no sound? You fucking idiots. It's just, they're so dumb. You know, it's one thing if you're gonna claim to ad revenue on one video. I don't really care. It's another thing if you mute my video. Now I might as well not have made it, right? So that's a tricky one. It's a one that's still possible, but it's definitely a tricky one. Okay? Did I release Suicide Kings Red Dead Online yet? No. Now what you mean by that is not the Suicide King series, but the raw gameplay that I did with people online to get the footage of Suicide Kings, correct? I believe it's like maybe 4 or 5 hours of gameplay, so it could be a good 10 video series. That is possible at some point. I do have that archived. I found it at one point. That is possible. Kirby's Epic
yeah,
Yarn,
you want Dead Space 2 demo. It has Isaac. That's definitely inbound
right.
world.
Now I just want to remind everyone, because some people are recommending more recent games. The whole idea of DSP Throwback is to kind of remaster old playthroughs for posterity or react to old playthroughs.
Hey guys, I should bring back Sewer Slide Kings. And it's like, we have the archives already, dude.
It really fits the throwback format or formula.
We don't need it. Get it out of here.
From late 2008 all the way through early 2014 before I ever did direct capture, or 2013, excuse me, before I ever did direct capture. So you're talking like a 5-year span of videos that we could remaster for the channel. That's really what the goal is, not to take things more recently. So I know some people are saying, oh, what about Until Dawn or something like that? Those videos look fine. There's no reason to remaster those at this point. So anyway,
whatever you say, dude.
Yeah, what would you guys like? So far, some suggestions you guys
12-14.
made.
I hate this so much.
Indigo Prophecy, right? What was the other one? Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions.
Of course you want Spider-Man.
Do you have any other suggestions?
Whoops, not working.
I'm definitely looking for some good suggestions, and you know, I'm debating, should I make a poll on the channel?
.NET desktop runtime.
Like a week to 2 weeks to figure this out.
This
and then what I gotta do is find the raw videos and start giving it to my editors to start working on the new project. So let's think about it. Let's talk about it maybe for the next couple of days. Infamous 1 could be an interesting one. Yeah, sure. Infamous 1 was a great game, a great playthrough, and
fuck it, I'm gonna install Handbrake while I stream.
Sure. Okay, that's another good suggestion, I would say. Ooh. Assassin's Creed 2. What do you guys think about that? The original Assassin's Creed 2 playthrough. That could work. I mean, that's everyone holds Assassin's Creed 2 in such high regard, right?
Wait, Handbrake's in that drive. Oh my god.
Borderlands, like Borderlands 1? That was a very old playthrough as well.
So dumb.
Okay, I'm getting some good ideas. All right, I would say for me,
neat.
those top candidates, I would definitely say a Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, Assassin's Creed 2.
All right, guys, I'm opening up DaVinci. It might lag out
1,
something. Right? It might...
Those are some good suggestions.
It might make my audio crap. Bear with me.
Right? All right. What I like to do, I got to talk to my editors as well. Because sometimes there's a reasoning.
Hello, Sudden Fool. This is the worst Goose stream in a long time. This is a terrible pre-stream.
Because we got to take the old
otherwise doing okay.
skewed footage that was me doing a 4:3 aspect ratio video of a widescreen TV at a crooked angle, and it was an opportunity for them to see, can we stretch it out? Can we upscale it? Can we actually scrub the audio so the audio doesn't get copyright claim on YouTube? And that's really the goal of that playthrough, why they wanted to work on that one right away. So, and it's working. My
drives are being picky right now.
Only one part has got a claim on it. I've already disputed it. It looks like I'm going to win it. So for that playthrough is actually going swimmingly well. So let's think about it. But let me know if you guys have any more
editing a clip. What else?
Man, that Assassin's Creed 2 is a great suggestion. I didn't even think about that. That's again one of my epic playthroughs from back in the day that a lot of people really like. So maybe that's the suggestion. Maybe Assassin's Creed 2 could be the next one. Or LA Noire is definitely a candidate because that one needs to be re-uploaded for posterity purposes. It doesn't even exist anywhere. You know what I mean? Okay. All right, guys. So now, one final thing I'll remind you of as we get into the final segment of the show. On React Day, these streams that I do, one on DSP Reacts and one on DSP Throwback, these streams
can't see what I'm doing behind the scenes.
That I get support on those channels. No exaggeration, the videos on those channels, ad revenue-wise, don't make a lot. So really, it's these streams that keep those channels going. Today, please support the streams on the React channels if you can. I would really appreciate that. In particular, with the DSP React channel, becoming a member of some level, gets you the ability to nominate the videos for the show and supports the channel. On the Throwback channel, the live stream over there, it keeps that channel going. Like, that channel is making, like I said, maybe like $1 a day on ad revenue.
For just $1 a day.
Any contributions during that late night stream tonight would be great. Now, any contributions right now in the next, 20, 25 minutes to the end of this podcast.
Now, guys,
count towards the first stream over on the React channel. So if you can't be here for the React show, but you like the React content, please support this stream right now, and that'll help out that channel as well. Okay? All right. So now we get to shout outs. And we start today with Orcs or Dorks, who re-upped his membership for 35 months in a row and says, "Sup, guys." What's up, Orcs or Dorks? I don't know if you're still here. Thanks for hanging out, and welcome to the channel, and thank you for the support. And BattleDuck9000, 32 months as a member, and did this. Like, basically did it like a ASCII code
baited
body going like this. Now, I don't know if this is
baited a Y pose.
He's just raising the roof for rejoicing.
Beautiful.
It was a nice day. I don't know.
I will.
But thank you, BattleDuck, for that. Literally outside of that, I don't have anything to shout out. I have no super chats, no memberships, no gifted memberships, and no tips to shout out. So please, guys, if you can, support the stream today. Again, this will help support the React projects. All right. Thank you to Jarrett, who just upped his membership at the ultra level for 14 months and says, "Praise the sun," and did a praise sun emo. Thank you, Jared, for that. I appreciate that. Armin the Power says he watched Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and one episode of the Knuckles Show. Oh, the Knuckles Show came out?
Yes.
Interesting. I wonder if it's any good. I saw the Sonic 2 movie. I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. I thought it was all right. It was like
that was a terrible React I made.
Kind of brainless movie. It did have a lot of silly stuff in it.
Oh
but
my
also,
god.
It was perfectly entertaining for me. So there you have it. But I don't know about this show, nor
we're doing the React to. No, Jeff. Sorry, I have adult responsibilities that I got to stop ducking out of.
All right.
I don't want to clean my floors. I did streaming early this morning, anyways.
Would like to talk with me,
doing some overtime.
And if any contributions come in, I'll shout them out.
Yeah, there's a Knuckles show on Paramount Plus.
Homefront.
And I have not seen it because I will.
The Revolution is from 2016. That's again,
find a way to watch it. Yes, I just don't have the budget for it. Yes, hint, hint.
That was the old style, and it looked like crap. Would I remaster it if there was demand? But I don't think many people liked the game, so I don't think there would be demand for that.
Yeah, so I need the Brazilian contact. Get on that, Vel. But we also have to finish the Fallout show together, so
V2 controller
your rewatch
coming soon. I don't know. All I saw was a piece of promotional art for it. and a bunch of people were commenting on it, like gaming journalist types were commenting on it, what they thought. And then I made the comment about the increased battery life, but I haven't seen an official.
All right, I am about to hit export. There. It took 1 second.
How much has Helldivers 2 grown on me so far? Well, it's just like I said. It's like, at first, I didn't know that the game played like that, nor did I know that dropping in a random match.
All right, now I can put this on Twitter.
It was the kind of game where you really need to have that kind of communication to work. Like, for example, Apex Legends. No, dropping in with randoms in Apex Legends will never work. You need to have a good sound team of people communicating, right? I thought it was that style of game, but it's definitely not. Has it grown on me? Sure. I like the different enemy types. I like that every time I play, I'm leveling up and unlocking something new. If I played a series of streams and I never had new weapons and new stratagems, new anything, I probably would lose interest. But the fact that I'm constantly unlocking new stuff is great and keeps the interest going, okay? So that's what I like about it. But, you know,
it's beautiful.
I feel like we're going to get to a point where, yes, is it fun to play? Sure. But is it fun
there
to
you go.
watch?
In case you missed it, this happened earlier in the pre-stream.
The audience is kind of tired of seeing the same repetitive stuff, and since I'm not teaming up with people and it's not a stream of camaraderie between streamers, but instead it's just me kind of playing a multiplayer game, maybe the appeal has died out, right?
Unlike Gremlins.
Double M says, I've noticed it's been a good while since the last Nintendo game playthrough. How come? Because there are none. Like, what Nintendo games have come out of any note? You know, I played Mario Wonder. I loved it. Right? Since then, I mean, I played.
Dude, he just did like the exact same tone
there hasn't been anything of note
of throat clear as I recorded.
Platformer.
What is this shit?
Just came out, right? Come out of any note. You know, I played Mario Wonder. I loved it. Right? Since didn't really
like
do
the
well
second
on my
half
channel,
of it.
Doing a spin-off Princess Peach platformer probably would also not do well, and that's why I skipped it.
I remembered a past accident.
I already played Azura's Wrath when it was a new release. I don't know why you're saying I couldn't play it in the day because of copyright. That's completely false. I played it.
He was talking about Helldivers 2 during that throat clear.
My second run of Elden Ring now.
Maybe we can play it when there's more races.
Shooter says he's watching X-Men 97 and it's pretty good. I'm glad you're liking it. I've heard that everyone on the internet pretty much is liking it.
Yeah, I imagine there are some nice high seas, some good waves I could catch for Knuckles.
How'd you feel that way? Dentronic says the Mario Wonder was a fantastic playthrough and I ended up buying the game.
I also got to finish watching Sonic Prime. I didn't even know it had 3 seasons. Can't wait to see how much Shadow's benchwarming in that show.
I literally just answered that, and I'm not.
Because he's too fucking powerful. What else is he gonna do?
There's nothing like someone who spams the chat with a comment over and over. I address it, and then they don't listen. And they
yeah, that one's on Netflix, Felix. It's the version of Sonic with like different shoes, and there's like some highlights in his quills, kind of cool looking. Made for 5-year-olds.
What about
Rouge has to completely cover the bazongas, but there's like a really good costume she has as compensation in one of the alternate realities.
Actually requested a full playthrough of that one.
Here, let me find it. I'm looking for a figurine of it, man.
Do a full playthrough.
The pirate one came out, but I don't care about that one.
Fable 2. I could do a remaster of that. I'll be honest with you, I don't remember it at all. Like, I don't remember Fable 2 in any way, shape, or form.
So that's the nerf, and then
it was one of my earliest playthroughs, so I have no
where's the pilot hat Rouge?
It's a very old playthrough.
Nobody has pilot hat Rouge on Google search. Y'all are fucking clowns.
Any chance I'll go back to Dragon's Dogma 2? Probably not. I'll be honest with you.
Okay, there's one of them.
The game was very repetitive. Basically felt exactly like the first game at this point. It wasn't getting traction. People weren't liking it that much. And I kind of already got burnt out on it. I feel like if I'm going to go back to an RPG, it would be Final Fantasy VII.
Shut up, Phil. I don't care. We're talking about Rouge.
I don't think that Dragon's Dogma 2, honestly,
I'm on big picture mode. I'm an idiot.
You know.
All right. So this is the nerf to her outfit they did. Well, nerf or buff depends on what you think. You know, this is the change they made.
Remake of 1. Did you notice?
And here's the pilot hat, as I call it.
On the title screen of Dragon's Dogma 2,
I think that was a fair trade-off.
Says Dragon's Dogma. I think what they were going for, because remember, it's been over a decade since the original game.
And then Amy has expert Lego legs in one of the other ones, one of the other alternate realities.
So they called it 2, but it's not.
Yeah,
It feels
no,
like you're playing the first game again.
in my opinion, Sonic Prime, they want kids younger than, like, I think I was 12 when Sonic Heroes came out. When did Sonic Heroes come out? Regardless. Yes, her Freedom Fighter hat. But yeah, like, I think they want an audience younger than I was when I played Sonic Adventure 2. So you have
every
to
game has a
put the
window
bazongas
to
away.
kind of be
You know,
played,
it is what it
right?
is. There's a Lego set with her fighting, like, Knuckles in a mech for the new movie. And it looks like it might be her vanilla costume.
I want to support you today. Do you think day streams do better because of the podcast? Maybe that's why Helldivers doesn't do good on the night
But
stream.
there's probably still going to be a nerf.
Sometimes
about
like,
you know
feel
what.
like people come to the early stream just for the podcast, and then sometimes they'll stick around, and sometimes they won't.
Sonic Force
There are
Ghost
definitely
for
days when
both
the
seasons,
podcast
but there's
is really,
3
really
seasons,
well.
Vel. Yeah,
When it comes to
Boom.
support,
What little I have seen, I
I don't
kind of
necessarily know.
I kinda
if
like
that's
how
every day.
lighthearted
Look,
and
take a
silly
look
it
at
is.
today, right? Today.
I
this
don't
is
know
one
what
of the
Phil's
slowest
talking about. I
podcasts
don't
that
care.
I've had in a long time, and it's okay. It's fine. Doesn't always have to be a crazy success or anything like that.
Yeah, Boom was
There
on what,
definitely could
cable
be a factor.
television? I don't got that
Sure,
shit.
right? Sure. Maybe. I don't know.
Talking about children's cartoons instead of whatever the heck Phil's doing. I'm not a cringe lord at all. Oh, that
Maximum
sounds
Turbo says,
amazing,
I
Viola.
would say the podcast has good traction, maybe more so than gameplay some days, but it's in terms of viewership, not contributions, in my opinion. Yeah, I think so too. I think we always have pretty consistent viewership and following of the podcast, correct? I think so. And then
Is that the
sometimes that
kind
carries
bar?
into the gameplay, sometimes it doesn't.
Nice. It's
On
actually
the night
pretty good.
stream, it's just the gameplay, so maybe that's a factor. You maybe have Blue maybe
I'm gonna
on
keep that in
something.
mind if Fiber One goes out of business.
Excuse me.
I have a new granola bar option. An emergency ration. Ration, excuse
What
me.
else would you guys like to talk about this morning?
I can almost clock out. We can all almost clock out unless you're gonna endure the react. Good luck whoever's, whoever's restreaming
That's
that.
true. I have no enemy says I should basically
Corner
take the
Demon?
fisherman's hat that we were doing 2 years ago for Bassmaster and get it ready for another crab's treasure if we hit the tip skull. He's right. What I got to do is take some of the dangerous lures
Will the
off
Corner
the dang
Demon
thing,
let him
'cause
do
we had so
that?
many lures on that thing that
It's
some of
so
them had big
dangerous.
hooks and stuff that were like hanging around, and every time I put it on I would be nervous and would like hook myself. So I think if I
Bro,
just
shut
scale
up.
it down a bit, I can make it more viable for that playthrough, and I probably will.
Whoa.
Playthrough, and I probably will.
His... What the hell?
For that playthrough, and I probably will.
Okay, we got a new clip. Hang on. This one I can do with ShareX. I don't have to do all the crazy... Yeah, he's losing it. I have not seen a muscle twitch like that before. Let's see. Region. We're gonna put it there. That is not what I meant. Capture screen recording. There we go. Is he gonna do it? Shit. How do I get it to stop? Stop the recording! God damn it! Please. Please. Please stop it. Thank you. That didn't go well.
So there's absolutely going to be ample opportunity for me to try to play catch up on certain things.
God damn it, I lost it. Alright, chat, we're gonna do another exploration.
Sometimes you'll have like one big. If I put it on, I would be nervous and would like hook myself.
Okay, it's
So I
around
think if
here.
I just scale it down a bit, I can make it more viable for that playthrough, and I probably will. I can make it
Alright,
more
I found it. Thank
that
God I was
playthrough, and I
paying
probably
attention.
will.
Alright. If you'll give me a second, chat. Man, this is such a disaster stream. That's a good pause frame, though. I need a better screen recording. Nope. Capture like that. Yeah, there we go.
Scale it down a bit. I can make it more viable for that playthrough, and I probably will.
All right, stop. We're here. Now we go live.
I've never actually had
All right,
a snow
come
cat
on,
as a
pop out.
piece of candy at a theater or anything.
And then... Sorry about today's disaster.
Am I a fan of the Fatal Fury series? Yeah, I used to play them in arcades back in the day. I mean, it hasn't been around
closing
in a million
Shutter
years.
and
Like
Coder.
Mark of the Wolves was
Gotta
the
stop
last
that.
one, right? So it'll be exciting to see Fatal Fury come back and see if it's any good. Oh, really? Anto Kamaru says Uden Chronicle is fantastic, but very slow. Your chat would never allow it. Maybe in your next life you'll play it. Wow.
Maybe in your next life. Wow.
Have I ever walked out of a movie? No. Never. Only because...
Oh, damn it. That's
if
the
you're paying
wrong
the money
place.
to see it, you might as well stick through it. Like, even movies that I didn't like. Like, I remember my dad and I were a huge fan of Tim Burton stuff. We liked Edward Scissorhands. We liked Beetlejuice. We liked the Batman movies. So we went to see Mars Attacks. We're just sitting there.
I hate everything right now.
How could this cast...
There we go.
This amazing cast of actors be in such a bad movie? We couldn't believe how bad the movie was.
That's life.
But we didn't walk
It
out.
happens.
We stuck in there, and we watched the whole stinker. And man, it was a stinker. That Mars Attacks movie sucks.
Wow, that was a terrible
To this day, I'll tell you, it's one of
re-encoding.
my worst movies in my memory that I've ever seen. I can't believe how bad it was.
Not a hot take.
Excuse me. Okay. Let's see here. I received a $2 tip. SD Chargers says you need to remaster the classic Left 4 Dead 4-player co-ops.
It's
Well, the thing is
re-encoding it
about
weird.
that,
I hate
It's
this.
all multiplayer matches. And the thing is, yes, I have them. Like, I found the folders.
I don't
that
like
have
Mars
that stuff in
Attacks.
it, so I could
That's
do
just
that,
how
but
I
what I
be.
would have to do is I would have to edit it together into chunks. Like, my editors would probably take like a bunch of those matches and edit them all together into
I hope you've been
30-minute
enjoying
chunks, if
Shutter and
possible.
Coder Noise
It
stream.
might be a trickier side
Very
to
good
do
program
because
overall.
every
It's just
single
being
time
weird
the
with me
matches
right
ran, they
now.
were different length, right? I guess we'd have to see.
Or
But
VLC
it's
is
it
being
possible.
weird.
That possibly I could do that if you think
Okay,
that's
let
something
me
worthwhile.
open this with something else.
I received a $5 tip. Let's see here.
Okay, VLC was bugging.
It's an
No,
$5
it's not
tipper,
bugging.
so hold on a second here.
It's literally the first frame. That is weird.
Here's the animation of the day.
Okay, let me convert it and then recut it.
I have an idea. Go do a crazy marathon like back in the day with a specific
I
goal.
disagree
I'm not
with
sure
you,
what it would be,
Frosty.
but I guess it would make sense to do.
Here,
with
I'm
the
gonna
Fallout
mute
TV
Shutter and Coder
series.
now. Sorry for
With the
spamming
TV
it.
show and all, it would definitely get attention. With the money raised, you can fund post-nasal drip surgery. It's good. I think it would work. What are you talking about? First of all, how could I possibly do a marathon just based on the Fallout TV show?
Or
I don't know
not.
what you mean.
I guess it's not here.
Like, what would we do? Play Fallout games? I mean, I'm already doing that. Now, in what universe did we talk about me getting surgery for my post-nasal drip?
We've discussed it.
I'm not sure what's going on. I think this is someone who is like going off the deep end. Like, what are you talking about?
Lol.
Yes, I have post-nasal drip. Some days it's way worse than others. It sucks, but it's not some debilitating illness that's
Debilitating.
causing pain.
Then why
or
do you
massive
pretend it
discomfort.
is?
Certainly, if I had money to spend, I don't think
Oh
I'd be
my
spending
god.
it on superfluous surgery to solve post-nasal drip. I would probably use it on way more important things. I don't know where this came from, right?
Yeah, my health? Fuck my health. I don't need it.
Some people just come up with weird stuff, but I thank you for the $5 tip. And then I received another $2 tip. Happy React Day.
It's
This is
so
an anonymous
weird that
tipper
it's
that says
doing
Happy
this.
React Day. Thank you for the $2 tip, whoever that was. I appreciate that.
What happens if I try to upload it?
So we're up to $10 in tips. I'll be honest with you guys. I hope that basically there is support on the React stream. Reason I say that, a lot of the times when the React stream doesn't get a lot of support, usually it comes in on the podcast. And again, you know, those channels are primarily funded by the streams, or in the case of the React channel, memberships. If it weren't for the ultra members and the submission tier members over there who submit the clips, that channel wouldn't even be viable, but it is because we have enough members. So
it's not actually trimming.
That people will support this stream over on the React channel, because we're about to end the podcast in like 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
But I consider jumping back to Alien Isolation on a higher difficulty. I haven't played the game in almost 10 years. If I played it again, I would probably just do a standard playthrough again. If anyone ever wanted to see that.
I love you, Shutter Encoder. What is this shit?
A harder difficulty. People person is asking, was my original Metal Gear Solid 1 playthrough captured? I think all of my original Metal Gear Solid playthroughs were camera. I'm almost positive. All three. Right? Because the first 2 and 3 were in the HD collection, and that was definitely camera. And then after I played those, people wanted me to play 1, and I did that on PS1, emulated on my PS3, and I think that was also camera. And yes, those could be remastered too, right? Sure.
Just sitting there vibrating. I need to listen to Ludacris's stuff in general in the new vid. He seems like a nice guy. Alright, time to reboot DaVinci one more time.
Have I seen an Eddie bot on Twitch win matches by just pressing 3? No.
Pickups Eddie bot. I hope Tevin shares the good news with that one.
Metal Gear games would be great. I found you for Metal Gear Solid 3. This is how you don't play video, and became a fan, says People Person. Sure, many people did back in the day. Those were the biggest. This is how you don't play. That's how actually it started. The whole movement. Excuse me.
Jesus.
Joel thinks that my gameplay is better than the React stuff, and that's fine. Not everyone is going to like everything that I do. Some people like various different projects more than others. Like, some people literally absolutely love the throwback stuff. They're loving the retro React streams that I do. They have a great time on there. They're like, man, this is going down memory lane. You know, it's so nostalgic for me. And others just don't get it at all. They're like, I don't understand. You know, him reacting to his old gameplay. What's the big deal? You know, it's different strokes
really
for different
trash.
folks, but that's why
it's trash content.
I like to do so much content, and I like to do variety of stuff. It appeals to a wider audience, and that's a good thing, right?
No. Just one wasn't camera. Huh. I can't help with that lore.
If and when I have more information about us starting up our co-op playthrough of Beyond Two Souls, I will let you know.
It's
There's
not
literally
happening.
No reason to ask.
Because it's not happening.
It means I don't have information about it. I can tell you it's not coming, you know, in the next week. You know, if and when again we're ready for it, I'll let you know. Okay, guys, any other topics, any other things to talk about before we swap over? Because remember, we are going to swap over to the React channel. If you're live on the stream, you'll see a pop-up.
Okay,
that says,
I finished the tweet just in time.
The React channel for a fun thing, right? You can head over
there. There you go.
If you're not on stream, I hope you've enjoyed the show. I hope you'll check out the
He
React
rage quit. He said 10 minutes. 3 minutes. He's rage quitting.
Same thing with the Throwback channel. I hope you'll check that out on DSP Throwback tonight and over the week. I'm glad you'll be on the late stream. I have no enemies. Cool.
Okay, can I please close DaVinci now? Oh, he's stalling some more.
Is this a Hawaiian or a Bahamian shirt?
Bahamian?
It's probably Chinese shirt. It's probably made in China like everything else we buy in the United States, right? I honestly don't know where it's made.
Perfect.
But as for the style, it just looks like, I don't know, jungle leaves or whatever. Island style. right?
Right?
Nice
If you're
shirt.
just an
I don't know
audio
what it's
listener, there's
classified as,
stuff
though.
you're missing.
Don't really
No,
care.
why, Goose, why? Like the weather, we're reporting on the skin suits, situation. Oh, yeah,
Okay.
you're right. That
That's it.
clip
Are we
is
good? No one's
direct
even tagging me in
capture.
chat.
Shit.
What's up, Game Boy? How are you today? How's it going?
Sure doesn't seem like it. It's like, for sure that was earlier in
Okay,
his...
so before we adjourn, final reminder.
Wow, I didn't
please
pay
support the
attention to
React
his
stuff. We are heading
hairline
over
today.
now. DSP Reacts. So I hope that you guys will follow me over there and please support that
$10.
channel. Again, the reason that I get to do the React stuff once a week is because people do support the channel via memberships and the stream. So thanks in advance. All right. Fun podcast today. Hope you enjoyed my thoughts on Another Crab's Treasure.
I'm
And
changing
really
the
need to start
thumbnail
that
to a
discussion
trash
about
can,
what's the
dude.
next game for DSP Throwback? Thanks for the initial ideas. I actually like the idea of Assassin's Creed 2, or LA Noire.
At least we got 2 good clips.
Or,
for 2 big bills.
you know, something else old that definitely would.
Yeah, because it's got that
Spider-Man
bad
Shattered Dimensions,
microphone
right?
during that
Something like
playthrough.
that, might be interesting. So I will talk to my editors about this, but at the same time, let's continue the discussion over the
Alright,
next
pretty sure
several
I can
days
close
and
DaVinci
try
for
to
the
figure
3rd
out what
time
to
now.
do. In the meantime, thank you all. Can't wait to talk with you tomorrow about how the React day went and go from there. So thank you guys. Have a good day. I'll see you Monday. Okay. Let us get set up, everybody. Here we go.
Why does he still have the Witcher slide in rotation? I hate it.
Actually, let me be on here. Let me get going here. Actually, set up the playlist. All right. Okay,
And he
here
has
we
to
go.
overly
Get
rely
this
on like
going.
some of the only decent fan art.
Let's get the camera
Even though we're not
size.
playing
Let's get
Horizon.
The React logo up there.
Little
Get everything
Kitty
going.
Big City Slavoj Zizek in defense of Christianity. You guys have fun with that one. Something about planes and crashing. Healthcare in Singapore.
Good, camera's good. Let's get the React logo.
Who was it that does this? That's not Jade, is it? That's
And the
Slayer,
React
right?
pop-up's working.
Everything's Singapore
the
with that
channel.
guy. That's his identity now.
All right, so guys, this channel's gonna go offline. I hope that you will click on the link that'll appear on your screen
No.
to head over to the
No, I'm
React
not.
channel, and we'll get started in a few minutes. You know, by 1 p.m. we'll start that show. Okay? Thank you guys so much. Good podcast. I'll see you.
Y'all
over on
will have to
DSP
wait
Reacts.
15 minutes. Have fun. Maybe I'll poke in Tevin's stream for a few minutes. But I am not covering this event. Not at all. I tried covering like an hour in the past. Bad idea. So, Gwet Fiat. And big ups for popping into this absolutely trash stream. I will see you again in the future. You managed to watch most of Alien in this. Hang on, we need a closing song. That would be nice. I know there was that memeology video, but I would like. I'm sorry, guys. I'm tapping out. We're gonna do. We'll do my favorite. My favorite.
Hot man, you want a hot, sexy body like these mastodon men. Hot, sexy body like these mastodon men.
You guys have a wonderful day.
Like these mastodon men. Did I mention their muscular bodies? Hot men, you want a hot, sexy body like these mastodon men. Hot, sexy body like these mastodon men. You want a hot, sexy body like these mastodon men. Did I mention their muscular bodies?
It's the Mastodon way. 3 and 4, no time for a break. Don't give up, 'cause we're not really and it's the Mastodon way. Let's do it again.
So strange and oddly sexual. So strange and oddly sexual. So strange and oddly sexual.
To be a Mastodon,
So sexy.
you have to be
I'm eating ice cream and cheese.
like big, like
pump, pump.
Hot men. You want a hot, sexy body like these mastodon men. Hot, sexy body like these mastodon men. You want a hot, sexy body like these mastodon men. Did I mention their muscular bodies? Hot men. You want a hot, sexy body like these mastodon men. Hot, sexy body like these mastodon men. You want a hot, sexy body like these mastodon men. Did I mention their muscular bodies?
1 and 2, it's the mastodon way. 3 and 4, no time for the race. Don't be a cop, cause we're not doing that. It's the mastodon way. Let's do it again. Be a mastodon. You have to be strong. Live right, eat right. Gotta pump you this strong.
I was more aroused watching this than I was this S&M workout.
Yes.